wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Let's do this. Welcome to the Wednesday KVJ show. Hello, Virginia. Hello, Jay Burr.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Good to see you all here. So got a little bit more rain out there today.
Oh, don't we know it? I had to run in the rain.
You did.
I was holding a bunch of toilet paper.
Yeah.
For a possible bit later.
Okay.
It looked like I was about to go TP somebody's house
Right.
because I'm running in the rain
Yeah.
Or you
with
would've-
all this toilet paper.
Major case of the runs.
I was
Run to the
having
bathroom.
I was having major flashbacks to my youth when I did run through neighborhoods in the night with toilet paper.
Sure. Yeah. It was amazing how fleet-footed you could be
It
back
was a
then.
very funny experience this morning. I was like, whoa, bring me back.
You were a TPer back in the day?
Big time.
Wow.
Yeah, I TP'd several homes and I was stupid about it, got busted.
Okay.
Learned my lesson.
You were a pro. Do you have any TP tips? Because, for me, you always want to trail off a really good tail of TP because it's got to kind of start to unravel as it flies. So it's got to catch a branch. So you got to have a good maybe about 4 feet,
You
3
get
to
the
4 feet.
You get the tail going before you even throw it.
Absolutely, yeah.
You got to have a nice long tail.
That's TP 101.
Also, I got busted because there was kids at school and then there was kids at the church. And there was these two sisters at church. One was older, one was my age.
Mm-hmm.
And we toilet papered their house, but we wrote like in ketchup on the sidewalk. We wrote their names and
Okay.
stuff. Like we went all out.
Yeah.
But then her parents figured it out. Her parents were like, well, if it's somebody who knows the older girl and the younger girl, it has to be from church. And then they quickly narrowed it down. Okay, who are the most hooligan kids in the youth group?
The
You
Church
had to
of
be top of
Satan.
the list, yeah.
Yeah, they figured it out pretty quick. I was like,
Yeah.
curses.
I got busted during Halloween. I was over at JDM. It's a golf course in Palm Beach Gardens. It's my freshman year, and I had a rivalry with this other almost kind of like group of dudes, and we're all going to meet on the golf course at night and just have a big egg war.
Oh,
but I
Lord.
chickened out. And I stayed on the side of the road, and the cops saw me and pulled me over because I looked suspicious, and I had eggs in my pocket, and I wasn't going to use them. I swear. I said to myself, I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to get in trouble. And the cop goes, do me a favor. What's in your pockets? Move your hands. And as I'm trying to move my hands out, he smacks my pocket and gets yolk all over his hand, and he throws me in the back of the cop car.
Yeah.
3 minutes later, there's two of my friends right in the cop car with me.
Oh,
You
man.
know my friends, too. You know the ones.
Busted.
Busted.
Does this stuff still go down with teens, or have they moved on to other things? Is TPing like, what is that?
TP and egg seems kind of benign for today, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is that just like, we'd look back and be like, that's what they did in the 50s?
I don't know. Bieber was egging his neighbor not too long ago.
I think they just cyberbully now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
just-
right. They moved on to the virtual world.
They
of,
dox you.
Yes. The vandalism's now done online. That's how they do it. All right. Well, we are here. We are on KVJ TV. If you got YouTube, you can dial it up on your flat screen TV. Just look for the KVJ show. Check us out also on your smart speakers right now.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second, your girl Miley Cyrus is talking about an experience she had with a UFO. Oh, what does she have to say about her alien encounter? Coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, Kim Kardashian has settled a lawsuit with the security company that failed to protect her during that robbery that happened back in Paris.
All right.
Now, the robbers who had posed as cops that got into the hotel where she was ended up leaving with $10 million worth of jewelry. But they say that Kim got about $6.1 million from the security company because they failed to protect her during all of this. So, I mean, I guess she got a little bit of it back, but not all of the $10 million in jewelry. What had happened, remember, was the security guard left to go bring her sisters to the club and left Kim alone in the hotel. And some people have speculated that the robbers and the security guy may have been in cahoots.
Because of the timing of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to bring these girls to the club and you're going to be all alone in the hotel. And bam, that's exactly when you get hit by robbers. I mean, it kind of had to be an inside job, right? How would they have known she was alone?
It's coincidental.
So, yeah, she got $6 million from them. In other news, it looks like Shawn Mendes is talking about who his songs are about.
Camila Cabello, whatever her name is. Camila Cabello.
Camilla
Cabello.
Camilla Cabello. Interesting.
I'm very plugged into the modern day of pop culture.
Yeah, he's really
I'm
on
on
it.
a top 40 station. Can you believe that crap?
You're
Nobody
actually
can
not.
believe it.
All right, so here's Shawn Mendes talking a little bit about who his songs are about. Aw.
Oh, isn't that just so
No.
sweet?
No, they're all about it.
They're all about you, Cabello.
Camilla.
Cabello.
Hot new act.
Yep.
And finally here, Miley Cyrus says that she's pretty sure she got chased by a UFO. She said, I was driving through San Bernardino with her friend, and there was a flying object in the air. Her friend saw it too. There were other cars on the road that stopped,
No, Miley, that was the cops.
and
They
it
were chasing you.
chased her. She said it was a UFO. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know anymore, Virginia.
She likes to smoke pot,
She likes to smoke pot.
drink mushroom juice, so I don't know. Can you believe it?
Mushroom juice does make your credibility be called into question.
Just a little. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
The KVJ Show mornings and the best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today for your workday. 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
So I think since Steve Jobs has died, the Apple product has gone down to crap, right? It's worse than what it was before. Do you feel that in your Apple product, especially your phone?
I don't know about that. I think that Apple has missed the mark on a few things and is maybe slowed down. They were so ahead of the tech industry when he was running it. I don't notice like a quality drop off.
Well, I feel like there's features you have one day that are regular features, and all of a sudden you wake up the next morning and they're gone. For example, you know when you're videoing and you can have the perspective. Let's say I start videoing Virginia right now.
Oh, yeah, do it. Let me put some lipstick on.
Work it, girl. Work it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got the cleavage going today.
Turning me on. That's
You
not
like
supposed to
that?
happen.
You like
No.
it? You like it, Big Daddy?
You guys are kind of weirding me out.
Sorry.
That's what's on my mind, Kev. So if I'm filming Virginia, you have that little button, that perspective, where you can change perspective in the middle of videoing. So I can be videoing you,
flip it.
and then flip it, and then it's to my face again. Well, that feature just all of a sudden is gone now on my phone. I have no idea where it went, and then I'm thinking, was that feature just on my last iPhone? Are they making that now on the new iPhones where you video and you can't flip in the middle of your video? Because if they change that, that's a dumb thing to change. And if they didn't change that, why would that go away out of the blue on my phone?
What I've noticed personally is sometimes they'll do an update on an app and they will change where something is. And this is what's so tough about technology for me. You become accustomed to where something is. You know where it is. It's kind of like at your house. You know where the spoons are.
Right.
So imagine you go out to stir your coffee the next morning and now all of a sudden the spoons are above the refrigerator and you're like, you're
Yes.
looking everywhere for them and you can't find them. And that's what to me is frustrating with some of these updates.
That's kind of my knock on some of the social media updates. Facebook will have this whole little bar and graph on there, and then the next day it changes, and you have no idea where anything's at.
It doesn't always mean it went away. Sometimes it does. And you're like, why would they take that feature away? That was a great feature. Other times they've just integrated it somewhere else and you can't figure out where it is. I find it's pretty amazing. My wife always shows me on TikTok. People show you all these camera hacks, things that you can do for special effects. I had no idea. It's crazy
TikTok,
stuff.
They have a bunch of cool little editing features in the app, so you can actually do really neat things to your TikToks.
It's just really annoying because you kind of need that feature.
If I just looked. It's not on my phone either anymore.
It's not.
I don't have it where I can flip the video around, and I used to have it.
Yeah, because I'm editing my Deviltry vlog, and it wasn't working out there, and I was getting frustrated. So I'm trying to film like all different weird ways, and I missed a bunch of stuff because I was in the moment trying to do it.
Damn, what y'all doing over there, Apple?
That's what I'm saying, Steve Jobs, come back.
Well, that's going to be impossible.
I mean, your essence, your spirit.
Is it that feature, the one at the bottom right-hand corner?
Yes, but
start videoing.
If you start videoing it, does it still work?
You want me to shake it again?
Yeah, shake it.
No, it's as soon as you hit video, it disappears.
Okay,
Right.
that's such a dumb feature.
As soon as you hit video, it disappears. But it didn't used to do that.
I had that on my old phone then, or I had it on this phone and it went away. So I'm going to make the argument, Apple, you're declining. You're going down.
Yeah, if you hit the bottom right-hand corner now where it was, you can change the aperture. And that was the thing that I'd seen the other day on TikTok. So I imagine they've probably done one of those things where they've changed it, but they don't tell anybody. It's just all of a sudden it's different or it's gone because I'm able to change the aperture on my video now.
You'll get someone that texts in, guys, you are so dumb. All you have to do is hit the side button 14 times and then swipe left 3. Oh.
What's aperture?
Yeah.
It's the amount of light that comes in.
Oh.
Words like that block. I didn't even hear them.
I was like, he keeps saying aperture, and I don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm dumb too, Virginia. That's why we're on the dumb side of the table.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, Rocco went to school Monday. Rocco went to school Tuesday. Last night, Rocco's got allergies. We've got allergies. And normally I give him a little Claritin, a little Allegra, a little something, and it makes him feel better. But last night, he was different level with the sniffles. I gave him allergy medicine, and then I gave him more allergy medicine, and it didn't work. So I think Rocco's not going to school today.
Well, how does that work? Now, if he keeps on coughing all over you, technically.
He's not coughing. He's just got the sniffles. And you can't send kids to school sick. They say that. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
You have to sign that thing now. Every time I go on to the school's website that says, hey, if your kid is sick, you promise you won't send them to school, right? And then you have to click, okay, got it. And so if your kid has the sniffles, you can't send them to school.
If the kid has the sniffles, I can see, all right, you don't know what's going on with the kid. But if you're an adult and you have the sniffles, that's not one of the signs you have to stay home, right? You have to have multiple signs. If I had the sniffles, I would have to.
I always have the sniffles, so I would never be here. So, I think it's mainly the classic signs for the most part for adults. If you have a fever, if you have a cough, if you have probably just you feel really run down and you're like, okay, there's an illness that's in my body, I don't know what it is, then it's probably best. Cough seems to be the biggest culprit right now. I know that Seacrest, for instance, had a cough, and so he sat out for 2 days till he got himself a negative COVID test. I know Melania Trump is not traveling right now because she's got a lingering cough. So from what I hear from a lot of people out there, cough seems to be the number one symptom for the COVID right now that people are looking at. So, and the governor is saying that kids don't need to quarantine unless they have COVID symptoms. And my son was trying to quarantine, I believe, because he had a tummy ache. And we were saying, yeah, we don't need to lock you up for 14 days with your video games. You'll be able to go to school.
Cannon, you got to come up with a better game than that.
Yeah,
Just a tummy. No,
I don't think he really studied the COVID symptom list, So
he needs to.
I don't know. I was trying to put that together today.
Well, that's the thing. Cannon doesn't want to go. Rocco does want to go. Rocco is so pumped and so jazzed to be back at school. But he's been in this safety bubble of no illnesses around him. And schools are a breeding ground of anything.
What's the kind of stuff you're supposed to take if you're trying to prevent sickness? Isn't there a
zinc?
Zinc, that's what it is.
And vitamins.
Okay.
Vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc.
Rest, really. good sleep, vitamin C, vitamin zinc, vitamin
Zinc? What the
multivitamin.
The heck is
And
zinc?
vodka was part of my recovery plan.
I don't know if vodka's on the list.
not?
I'll look.
It's on my list. My list is a lot more fun than most.
I feel like if I had a drink of vodka, I would be very drunk. I
Yeah?
haven't drank in a while.
Really?
So
Okay,
anytime
look at
that
you.
anytime that happens, it's almost like
I mean, you're eating healthy. You're not drinking. Who the hell are you?
just October, baby. Just October.
I don't like October.
October 31st is when the bird comes back.
Good. Are you coming over for Halloween?
I don't know what I'm doing. Just in my life. I have no idea what's happening.
From minute to minute. What I got on my mind here today, I had told you on Monday what a cool moment it was to see Tua Tagovailoa in for the Miami Dolphins. He is supposed to be the future of the franchise at quarterback, and he got to go in and throw 2 passes. Both were complete. It was a very small, limited sample size that you got from him. This is the first that you've seen him all season long. They've had Ryan Fitzpatrick in there at quarterback, and the Dolphins are doing pretty well. They're second in their division. They're 3-3. Everything was looking pretty good. And then the Dolphins announced yesterday that, bam, out of nowhere, Tua is the new starter.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it really
Aw.
it's kind of weird because Dolphins fans were asking for Tua. They got just a little taste of him, and they flipped out on Sunday. And then it was weird because the reaction was, I think a lot of people were caught by surprise with this announcement because
Didn't Ryan have a great couple of games?
He's been doing pretty well. He's like over 70% completion, and he's got more touchdowns and interceptions, all the kind of like typical stuff you want to see. And the Dolphins are 3-3. They're winning more than they have in recent years. And so people are like, I don't know. Things are kind of going well with Fitzpatrick. Yeah, it's great. We know Tua's there, and he's getting ready, but why do we make this change now? Now, the Dolphins don't play this weekend, so they got a bye week, and then they are going to be taking on the Rams next Sunday. And so it's Tua time.
So how are Tua and Fitzpatrick different as quarterbacks? Does one of them like to run more? One of them's better at throwing? Because you can put both of them in a game. The Saints do this with Drew Brees
Yes.
and with Taysom Hill.
Right.
They'll switch it up,
They do.
and Taysom will run, and the other team doesn't know what the hell's going on because
Brilliant.
you keep them all confused.
Yeah.
So maybe the Dolphins should do that with Tua and Ryan.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Tua may run a little bit more, but Tua's coming off of a whack hip, so I don't know that he's going to be running. So maybe it's just a little bit of accuracy. But again, Fitzpatrick's been doing great. So that's what is the difference? Now, you just got to trust, I guess, the Dolphins coaches. They are looking at a lot more stuff than the fans are. Because I asked KVJ Nation yesterday, do you think this is the right move or is it premature? And a majority of people, 52%, said they thought that this move was premature. And if you listen to the talking heads, because it was all over ESPN yesterday, this was on Pardon the Interruption on ESPN discussing, is it Tua time in Miami or not?
I don't see the need to do this now, do you?
Because there's no need. Win the damn games. Everything in the NFL lately for a lot of too many teams is about looking for this and preparing for this guy. And he's got more upside. Win the game Sunday. Fitzpatrick's winning the games. So winning the games is not good enough for that coaching staff? Really? Really?
I don't understand that. They're 3-3, which is better than they've been probably in 10 years.
So a lot of people don't understand the move.
Gosh, man, sports talk can be rough sometimes.
It's so aggressive.
I'm not talking
Why
to
are they
you.
ringing
Yeah.
a bell?
I'm talking about there's that one guy.
What's the bell? Come on. Can we not with the bell?
That lets them know they're on to a new topic. Time's up.
Well, here's the thing, Virginia, about football. I mean, it's.
I mean, come on now.
And I'm a person that talks loud, and that is too much.
So we'll see what is going to be for the Miami Dolphins. Is it the right time for Tua? Guess we'll be finding out coming up. Got a round of which one is better. 2 tough choices. Which one would you make? These are not bad options, but especially in this era of Halloween coming up, what's better, horror or comedy? We'll discuss next.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Yeah, well, you talked about Rocco. He started to go back to the brick and mortar, Virginia, and he's
2 days in.
Yeah. And he's pretty much already home with the sniffles.
Yeah, me and Panda are talking. He's got a slight warmth to his forehead, and so that's it. Sniffles and a slight warmth. I can't send him in. I'm trying to schedule his little ass a COVID test right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Well, why not? You know? Why sit home and worry if he's got it when I can just go find out? Mm-hmm. I don't like to sit home and worry about what it could be, and then I can't expose him to anybody else if it possibly could be. And
You don't like sitting on the bench. You like to jump in the game.
I do.
That's it.
Let me just figure out if this is just him licking everything and picked up some little sniffle bug, or if it's worse.
Yeah, well, somebody texted in and said that last week my 2 kids went back to school for the first time, and at the end of the week my daughter had a slight fever and a bit of sore throat for about 12 hours. She got tested for COVID and was negative. Then my son started feeling the same way. He got tested. He's negative. They both then had the sniffles and were sneezing. The school nurse and both teachers said it's just the regular kid germs that you get that first week.
Sure, and that's probably what it is.
Yeah, and her kids take Airborne for kids and a multivitamin every day.
Yeah, so does Rocco. Well, he doesn't do Airborne. He takes multivitamins, allergy medicine. Like, he's got a weak little immune system. This happens to him when he goes to school, and he just hasn't been there. Mm-hmm. He hasn't been around kids since March.
Yeah. Well, he's not alone.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
For my psycho peace of mind, though,
You're psycho.
Rocco's getting the swab.
Yeah.
Nobody tell him how high that thing goes, okay?
I feel like I've done 2 COVID tests, and I feel like the second one, they went a little extra high. And maybe because I wasn't following the rules and she was kind of trying to get one over on me. I don't know.
She was punishing you.
I think she was.
Okay, well, which one is better? We are in the season of Halloween, so I know a lot of people are probably going to be watching their horror movies right now. So maybe you'll be leaning horror, but what would you say is better, horror or comedy? I am definitely a comedy guy. I'm not a horror guy. I think, Virginia, you're the same.
I'm a comedy guy, too.
Yep. Bird, which would you say?
I'm going to go with comedy for overall, but I do love me some horror.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But comedy is better for you. Which one is better, cubed ice or crushed ice?
Not even close. It's crushed ice.
No.
If anyone disagrees with me, come to the station. Let's fight it out.
I disagree with you. I'm right here. Put up your dues.
I don't want to fight you because I've taken a right to the chin from you before. And you pack a punch.
I plugged this one in because I saw somebody doing this poll on Twitter, and it was 70+% for cubed ice. And I was like, there's no way.
I love cubed ice. The crushed ice, to me, is too busy. I like it cubed.
Yeah, she doesn't make any sense. The crushed ice.
I'm here to drink, not to eat. If I get all that little crushed ice in my mouth that I'm chewing, but I'm trying to drink, it's a mess.
One of the best things on this planet is when you get crushed ice and a Coke from a fountain area, probably from a concession stand where it's really syrupy. You can hear it just bubbling. That is a little slice of heaven right there.
My argument for the crushed ice is it integrates with your beverage and really, to me, cools it faster. A cube is just sitting there floating. The crushed, you have better integration from the tasty beverage to the coolness of the ice.
And I just feel like it makes the soda or whatever you're drinking taste better. It just really busts you right in the mouth.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when we get this up on the KVJ Twitter what people say, because I'm with you, Bird, on the crushed ice.
Well, I'm ready for the fight, Kevin.
Okay, let's bring it. I'll put that one up first.
We only fight about the stupid things.
Well, that's what I like to fight about.
Me too.
All the goofball stuff.
It's the only things we understand.
Yeah.
Which one is better, bicycle or motorcycle?
I'm a motorcycle man these days. Ever since I watched Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah.
I want me a hog.
You're a motorcycle man who doesn't ride.
Yeah, you're not allowed to get on a motorcycle. We've discussed this.
It don't matter. I still have the motorcycle spirit.
Okay,
and that's
yeah.
all that matters.
It's in your heart.
It's in my heart. It's in my
Yeah.
soul.
You can't get on a motorcycle unless you let me wrap you in bubble wrap.
There is going to be a day where I show up with a motorcycle.
Well, then we're wrapping you in bubble wrap.
I love bubble wrap as well, so it's a positive.
Benefits of bicycle is you can go more places with it. You could take it, I think, closer to a beach and get the better beach decor that way.
It's not loud.
Right. It's good exercise.
Yes.
Those ultimately are the benefits of bicycle.
I have an interesting stat about my bicycle that I still have.
Okay.
It's been stolen twice.
Yeah.
The first time someone stole it, they didn't like it. They took it out of my patio and then they dropped it 3 units. They're like, screw this. This is too crappy. So I grabbed it and put it back, and it was stolen again.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And now
yes.
is it gone?
No, it's back there. No one wants the bike.
They steal it and
Steal
then they put it
twi-
back?
And they don't put it back. They leave it out.
So does it have flat tires?
It does have a slight flat tire.
They probably jump on it, think they're going to ride away with it, and then they realize, oh, the tires are flat.
It's an interesting strategy
it's
for bikes.
it's
Don't
rusted.
put air in your tires.
It's rusted too, so you're trying to get through, and you're
You can't
right.
pedal, yeah.
From a distance, the bike does look good.
I think if it has a little bit of oil, if we got some of that,
Yeah.
it might come back, put a little air in there. But yeah, if you're trying to steal it, good luck.
That's how unsafe your little area is. People are always looking at what you got on your patio,
Yeah.
and they're ready to snatch your stuff in a second.
The lock on my gate's broke right now. Never mind. No, it's not.
Door's unlocked too, right?
But I got a watchdog. You can't see.
He
but,
can't see. He can't even watch his
but
paws.
the bark is frightful.
It is, okay.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
As long as you can bob and weave, that dog will never bite you.
Look, if I was a burglar trying to break in and I heard, I don't care if you're blind, I
Yeah.
don't care if the dog's deaf,
You're
I'm
out.
not going in.
You're out. Yeah, the motorcycle benefit is you could go cross country. You could go many places that you wouldn't want to go on a bicycle trip. So, but the one thing I will say that's a little bit more of a negative too with a motorcycle, you ever seen those miserable souls that are on I-95 and it's pouring down rain? I know a lot of times they'll try to stop under a bridge, but it seems like with a bicycle you can find a place to go because it's more portable than a motorcycle. Just a thought. But I'm just a little bit with the bicycle because I don't really know the world of motorcycles. But we'll see what people say when we post that. Which one is better, sunrise or sunset?
Ooh, sunset.
Sunset.
Sunset. Okay, why sunset?
Because at sunrise, I would like to be sleeping for once.
I do love sunrise. I usually am up during it, even on the weekends. I just I don't sleep in, so I do love a sunrise.
Okay.
But you're right though.
Sunset, you can sit on a porch swing. You can get a cocktail. It's happy hour, for goodness sake.
Yeah, sunset's probably my favorite time of day. Going, walking on the beach or walking by a lake, sunset style, very peaceful.
Girls are walking on the beach in their bikinis at sunset. I mean, come on.
Yeah, at sunrise, annoying people are at the beach. They're the ones that are better than you. They're just up.
The narcoleptic old people.
Or the runners. And
The runners?
And the runners are just, they're better people than you.
Yeah.
You don't want to hang out with the runners. You want to be with the drinkers in bikinis, sunset.
Yeah, morning runners are annoying because they're just so much
So
better.
annoying.
And finally, which one is better, rich and bored or employed and tired? To me, I guess I would go rich and bored.
Yeah, rich and bored, and then I'll just look for fun. I mean, fun is out there if you're rich.
Question, employed and tired, does that mean you don't love your job or can you still love your job being tired and employed?
I guess you could love it, but you're just tired.
I'm already tired and employed. I'd like to switch it up a little
Right,
bit,
like,
maybe.
give me rich and bored.
I'm exhausted.
I've done the other too much. Yeah. All right, well, we'll start by posting the cubed ice or crushed ice on the KVJ Show Twitter. You can go and let us know your thoughts on that. What superpower do you think would come in most handy being a parent? What could help you the most, Virginia?
Today, can I have the power to heal?
Oh, that would be a good one, huh?
When your baby gets hurt or sick, you just put your hands on them and bam, they're healed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you believe in the power of healing? Do you think some people possess that type of power?
I believe your dad, Randy Pennington, has it.
I'm not asking to even bring him up. I'm just asking, do you believe that some humans could possess that power?
I'd like to think that's possible.
But that's not really an answer. That's a cop-out answer. Do you believe or not?
Well, you told me the story about when your dad put his hands on your mom and healed her.
Well, that's
it's pretty impressive.
I think so too.
I like to believe.
That's for me. That's whether it's real or not. I like to believe.
They say that the number one superpower that parents would like to have is invisibility.
Nah.
Yeah, I feel like that would be wasted.
I feel like that would be for evil purposes.
And
I can spy on my kids without them frickin' seeing me. Trust me. I don't need to be invisible. I'm what you call sneaky.
And be careful, too, with invisibility. Invisibility brings pain.
Invisibility is a dark superpower.
It brings pain.
Because you're going to see and hear things that you weren't meant to see and hear. And they might not be happy things. It might change you for the sad.
On a karma level, I don't know if it's cool either, because people should be allowed to have their alone time if they think they're really alone.
You're right. We've talked about this.
Second superpower parents wanted was the ability to fly. And third was time travel, which I'm not really even sure when it comes to parenting where any of
Time
those
travel
three.
is just you're nosy.
Well,
the power to heal is way better than all of those.
time travel is good if you don't like the wife and you don't like your kids. You go back in time and then you don't get married.
Go back to when you were single and talk to yourself.
Yes.
Be like, dude, what are you doing?
To me, like the powers that you want a power to be able to like teleport your kids to the dinner table where they'll magically eat the food you want them to eat. Like to me, that would be a great superpower as a parent that you would want.
Do you struggle getting your kids to eat the right stuff?
Yeah.
Just getting him to get away from the video games, and we always have to just hit pause on the Wi-Fi. It would be nice just to be able to ask, and he would show up to either eat or do his homework or whatever it is.
And every meal cannot be pizza, okay? We have to have some vegetables around here. I know. Rocco is just like
pizza or chicken fingers.
disgusted.
If the kids don't, if you tell them they have to eat something or they got to stop playing video games and they don't, is there a next level to get them to do it? Do you ever get mad? Not mad, but kind of stern.
It's mainly my wife. I let her run the controls on that, or she takes the controls, and so that's typically
After
what
she's
happens.
finished yelling at Kevin, then she yells at Cannon.
I usually, when I see that whole dance going on, I go to bed. I'm like, I'm getting out
But
of
what
this.
if it's 2:30 p.m.?
I go to bed. Whatever time of day it's happening, I just go to bed. And then in bed, I hear the yelling going on, and I'm like, thank God I'm not a part of it.
I understand that. There's certain family members where I hear them start to go at it. I'm like, okay, it's my cue to get out of here.
My superpower is I know when to put my ass to bed. I am going to bed. I don't care what time of day it is. Some of the other ones that I think would be good if you had the power to make your kids obey.
Yeah.
You know, a little mind control, especially at that point where they're embarrassing you or they're out in public and you're just like, why now do you have to reserve your worst behavior and put on your worst display at this moment?
I'm just trying to grocery shop for you.
Yeah.
This is not food for me, and you have the balls to have a meltdown in the parking lot? What the hell is the matter with you?
Still holding on to that parking lot.
I don't want the stupid snacks. I'm not here for Oreos.
No.
These are for you.
That parking lot, the yelling you gave to Mags and Rocco was 3 weeks ago. You're still holding on.
Yeah, that was a rough one. That was at Home Goods. But I've had several at Publix. I get around.
I think as a parent, it would also be great to have the superpower to be able to put people to sleep, not for life or death, but just to...
Not euthanize.
Yes, not euthanize, but just a touch to the forehead.
Oh my gosh.
The kid is out.
I would be at your house every night. Kevin, please touch me. Please heal me.
Yeah.
I want to sleep.
Yeah.
What a great superpower.
I think now that is better than invisibility, flying, and time travel. What were these parents thinking? That is a usable power.
They're going with the big three.
Yeah, but still nothing beats the power to heal. Sorry.
You're right. Power to heal is solid.
Now, can that also, you're asking if it's a parent thing, is that you're only able to heal your children? You can't heal your friends? Or you can heal anybody?
This is as a parent. It's got to apply to your kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
These are only parental powers.
This is the number one fear that most parents have, that my kids will be hurt or sick or, God forbid, worse, with a terminal illness or something or an accident. You could put your hands on your kid and heal them. I mean, I win.
Yeah, third grade teacher's already sent in an email saying, I'm currently 16 weeks pregnant. Thank you so much for keeping Rocco home. I wanted to say thank you. He's got that sniffle going on.
Yeah, no sniffles in school. Even if it's allergies, if you think your kid is sick, keep them away. Mm-hmm. It's just not cool.
She said on Thursday a kid came in and halfway through the day mentioned his throat hurt and mom had given him medicine. I immediately sent him to the nurse and came to find out he had a fever and his throat was seriously inflamed.
See, this is happening at so many schools. I'm hearing the same thing. The mom sent the kid to school thinking, oh, it's just allergies. It was strep throat. And they know the parents are giving medicine and then sending kids to school. I mean, that's just disrespectful.
The kid mentioned he had been on a plane to Boston over the weekend and mom had told him to lie about it.
Oh my gosh. What else is this kid? Oh my.
And what's the mom's name? Because I believe she needs to be called out.
Connie COVID is her name.
Girl.
Yeah.
What a terrible example.
Well, I mean, the plane ride from Boston really solidifies that.
We want you to get on a plane, then lie about it, and then go to school and lie about all of your conditions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Remember yesterday I was telling you I had just seen that headline about how there's no fears whatsoever about getting on a plane. You have basically zero chance
Whatever.
of getting the COVID-19. I didn't have the story in front of me, but I wanted to look it up because I was curious. I'm like, yeah, who was that from? That they said that COVID exposure aboard an aircraft is, quote, virtually non-existent. That was a study done by United Airlines.
I knew it. I told you that yesterday.
Boeing and the Department of Defense. And already some experts are saying the study is using some seriously flawed data.
Who did it? Crackheads?
I told y'all about my dad flying in. There was a guy on the plane, and he was puking the entire time on the flight. They had to bring him bags. The people that worked on the plane were constantly giving him ice
Kept
chips
filling them up, huh?
and bags, and then when they were landing, he starts throwing up again. My dad was like, "What the hell is going on here?"
That's when you're like, oh, we're kind of low enough. Let's just open the emergency hatch, push his ass out, and then close the door real quick.
We'll be kind. We'll use a parachute.
I mean, the dude is vomiting, projectile vomit all over the place.
Well, to me, does that just hit you on the plane all of a sudden?
At the very least, lock his ass in the bathroom and tell everybody we can't use the
I
bathroom.
mean, you mean tell me he didn't feel that walking around the airport? I don't know.
People get on planes.
If you don't feel bad, you should not be around other people. It's just like common
My
courtesy
dad
right
thought
now.
he said he felt he was in a movie.
Is someone punking me?
And another solid superpower that if you're a parent, the power to teach. Basically, you can, by osmosis, touch your kids' textbooks and understand how to tell them how to do their homework. So,
Boy, that would be good.
Yeah, because I'm not doing a very good job with math.
I'm doing great with Rocco. That's my level.
He's pre-K, right?
Kindergarten,
Okay.
I am
crushing
awesome.
it.
I'm crushing kindergarten.
That's good. By first grade, you'll be lost.
I know, it's so true.
All right, hey, don't forget, we've got the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway, $200 in free groceries. I would encourage you to go sign up now at WRMF.com. Then listen, we will be calling a name at 9 a.m. You got 10 minutes to call us back to claim your free groceries. Few celebrity birthdays. Quick little shout out to Kane Brown. He's a country star. He was a couple years ago, right before he hit the number ones that he started cranking out. He was at the country concert that our country station does.
The Rib Roundup?
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, music and ribs don't get no better.
No, it doesn't. He's 27 today, and he's doing some crossover top 40 stuff as well. Kim Kardashian, she turns 40 today.
Oh, are you reaching to play that clip? You are, I see, Kevin.
I don't have to.
No.
Yes, you should definitely play it.
Oh, Kevin, it's the most annoying clip of the week.
Apparently, Kim Kardashian, maybe for her birthday, got a new board game.
Simon just got me the coolest gift ever. It is Chimopoly. But look at every last thing. That's my first apartment that I ever had. That is our first house that we filmed Keeping Up with the Kardashians in. Mama's Your Tax. My first house that I bought. My dad's house. Hidden Hills. You guys, literally, Simon, I'm done. All of these are like memories. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And instead of the go to jail card, you draw the Ray J card. You know what you get with that, Virginia.
Oh boy. Brace
Yeah.
yourself, ladies.
Brace yourself.
This one's coming in hot.
That's a lot tougher than jail.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot tougher than jail.
I think that's a good one and done clip.
Yeah, I'm good.
Kimopoly. Is it widely available, or was it just a gift for her?
I think it's just a gift for her. It's custom made.
It was custom made from our friend Simon. Who the hell's Simon?
It's the board game people.
Oh.
They make board games.
Oh, not her friend Simon.
So I think they should make that widely available. People would buy that.
They probably
You would
are.
buy that.
Yeah.
They probably will. They probably Monopoly is always doing some dumb crap, and I wanted to say something else. We're not in the podcast.
Also, happy birthday to Judge Judy. She is 78 today.
That is my woman right there. I love her.
I think she's top on the list of moneymakers for TV. It's amazing how much cash she makes from that show.
I'm a very big fan of Judge Judy.
Okay, well, there you go. She's having a birthday today. Why don't you send her Judopoly? She can send you to jail.
Now that is cool.
Yeah, see, you're down with that. Got a couple other birthdays here. A little shout out to my fiance, Ruben. He turns 33. Want to let him know I love him so much that I can't wait for our mini Moni. That's our miniature wedding ceremony. Oh, mini Moni. Get that?
I do.
It's the day after Christmas. That's Victoria sent that in. Also, I'd like to wish myself a very happy birthday, and I know my mom would probably do this, but she would forget probably. I'm turning 14. I love the KVJ show. I've been listening since 2012. This is from Alexander Gamer.
Alexander.
Yeah, Alexander.
Alexander. Alexander.
There you go.
Yeah, kids, you might want to send in your own birthday announcements because, yeah, if you got a forgetful mom, she might not do it. You want to get that birthday shout out on the radio.
Moms are stressed right now. Mom's got a lot on their plate.
Is that what it is?
So, yeah, help a mom out. Send in your own birthday wish.
It doesn't matter. You're still going to be so hurt as a kid.
Well, there you go. So send it to us, mail@kvjshow.com, mail @kvjshow.com. Okay, is boredom justifiable grounds for a divorce? That's the question asked in this email sent here to the KVJ show. It said, I've been married for 11 years, and 9 of those were happy. But over the last 2 years, my wife has become very comfortable at home. She's been loving this pandemic and said that she doesn't care if she ever goes out again. For almost a year and a half before the pandemic even hit, though, I was already going out a lot by myself because she just didn't want to do anything. This pandemic has made me realize that I want to be out and I want a partner who wants to go out with me. I pleaded with my wife and she says that she is just not that person anymore. Sorry, but I still am. I don't want to cheat, and it's not about sex. It's about having a life. Should you get divorced just because your marriage isn't fun? That is the question.
That's a good question. I mean, there's a serious compatibility issue. If you want to go out and have a good time, and she wants to stay home and doesn't want you to go and doesn't want to go with you, like, that's tough.
I think you should always explore every option possible to save the marriage, especially when you had 9 out of 11 great years. There's something magical there. I would do everything in my power to fight for the marriage. And then if you can go to bed at night knowing you did that and it's still not working out, then you can talk about making some adjustments.
And everybody, I think, needs to give a little and compromise. Like, you've got to maybe not go out as much as you want to, and she's got to maybe go out with you occasionally, even though she doesn't want to.
Ah, the old fun marriage compromise. Yes.
Every negotiation, you must give a little to be able to reach a successful, happy place. If she's not willing to budge and you're not willing to budge, that tells you that you're not willing to fight for this.
Basically, for every smile you get, you got to take one to the nards as well. That's marriage.
Yes, everyone. Getting kicked in the giblets is the equivalent to marriage.
No, I said there's smiles and then there's also kick to the nards. Compromise.
I think what's key, too often we get married and we think, okay, that's it, you live happily ever after. But what is so important is what happens after the marriage, because you will change, you will grow. You'll be different people in 10 years and 20 years and 30 years than you were when the day you said I do. You always have to be aware of where your partner is at every given point in their life and how they are changing, and try to find common ground and commonality where you guys still have a point where you connect. And throughout your life, it'll be your kids for a while, And I've seen that too, where there is a higher divorce rate when kids leave homes because the parents are like, our commonality was our kids. And now that they're gone, we just don't have any common interests. There's nothing we connect on anymore.
And some people change so drastically. You know, if you got married in your 20s or 30s and now you're in your 40s or 50s, I mean, they may be a completely different person than the person you married. And you're like, I still am the same. I still want to have fun. And they don't want that.
Some people do change. I mean, of course it's going to happen.
A wealth of reasons. Some people settle into life and don't want to be active. Some people have mental illness that changes their personality completely.
I've known people who've gone through a death, a heavy death in the family, which made them change their complete perspective on life. They look at things differently, and maybe the other person doesn't have that kind of change in their life.
So should you stay with somebody that you just have nothing in common with anymore and you don't enjoy anything together?
That's why I think you always have to try to find something else as you change. And I see this a good bit with people. You have your partiers for their 20s, and then in their 30s, they're like, I did that. I'm over that. Like, I don't want to be that person anymore. That was something I did in college. And, you know, I had that too in my life where, you know, the person I was with was like, I'm over it. I'm like going, I don't know. I still like partying.
Before your wife.
Yes. Back in my younger days. But I could see that that was where it was going. And I'm like, we're going to have some problems because, and you'll see that now. You'll still see couples in their 50s and 60s like to go out and get some cocktails and, you know, kind of rip it up a little bit. And
you knew that was the guy you were going to be.
I had a feeling that it was going to be something that wasn't going to burn out for me. I've always liked going out. I'm a social person.
It's a lifelong mission.
Yeah, it wasn't just a phase that I went through in my early 20s. And I think it's key. That's why, to me, marriage, at least in your later 20s, if not your 30s, might be better because we do go through an interesting phase in our 20s. And I find that a lot of people are different in their 30s or 40s than they were in their 20s. And that's where I think you get this kind of email where it sounded like they used to both like to go out. Now
right.
She's like, she's not down with it.
She wants to stay home. And he's like, wait, where's my wife that used to go out with me?
Right.
I think you got to try full gorilla to try to fix it. But then, you know, if you give your best effort and you guys are just going your separate ways, I think you have your answer.
And also, too, I mean, if you're 45 and you want to be into club 3 nights a week, I don't know if you're doing it right either.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be a give and take. You have to be into club a little less, and she's got to come out a little more.
And if neither one of you want to give and take, and you want to be at the club and she wants to stay in, and you guys do not want to change, and it's a problem, well, then, yeah, we can talk about ejecting from this thing.
One text said, my fiance got divorced for this very reason. They were miserable because she never wanted to leave the house. And apparently he did, so that does happen. And somebody else said that if you're asking or emailing about divorce, then you probably already have your answer. It's over. Sorry. Well, I'd hope that you give it a better effort than that, but you do got to realize.
You should try a little therapy before you just throw your hands in the air.
Yeah, and maybe go down the list and say, okay, we don't connect on how much we like to go in or out. What are some other things that we can do to try to have some commonality in places that we connect? So if you ever got a question for us, you can hit us up, mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. We'd be happy to try to get you any kind of advice we can here. Good thing is our therapy is free, and you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm divorced. Don't look at me.
I've never been married, no kids, approaching 50.
See?
I'm 43, right? I won't be so depressing.
Mm-hmm. Coming up here in a couple minutes, we got a World Record Wednesday on deck with Jay Bird. It involves toilet paper and balance. Okay. It is the most rolls of TP balanced on the head at one time.
Oh, boy.
I feel oddly good about this one.
Okay. Think you got balance?
Don't know why. I'm living in denial. Yeah.
Where on your forehead are they going, and will your new hair get in the way?
I got to take off the hat. It can be anywhere on the head face area, so that's what we're working with.
Okay. Record is 16 rolls balanced on the head at one time.
Oh, boy.
KVJ impressive would be 8. So we can do 8.
Okay.
Can we?
That's the question. Can we? You want to see what goes down here on World Record Wednesday? Dial up KVJ TV right now on YouTube.
WRMF.
Got another World Record Wednesday here. The record is the most toilet paper rolls balanced on the head at once. Record stands at 16.
It's not easy. This is a very tough one. Very tough.
Virginia, you were just checking out the video a second ago. What did you see from the video?
The guy that did it, I can't believe he did that without any kind of glue or help or something in between the toilet papers, keeping them balanced on his head. It looks impossible.
Well, some of these, they don't provide a video. They just give you still shots. And it's a still shot of it. And he has an interesting technique. He starts off, he's got his head, he's looking up. He's got one solid toilet paper roll, and then he puts two on top of that, then one on top of the two, and then two on the one, and that's kind of how he does it. 2, 1. That's how it looks in the picture. Although, is it an optical illusion?
I don't know. That looks impossible to duplicate.
I don't feel good about even a KVJ number on this.
No, you're not feeling good at all, huh?
We've lowered the KVJ number from 8 to 4.
4, I'd be kind of like, I did 4. It's pretty good.
Is there anything that you have learned in all your years of winning cheese stacking contests, Virginia, that you could use in this toilet paper stacking?
Just guide me.
I mean, no, because...
Never mind.
There's your coach.
Cheese,
Thanks, coach.
Yep.
cheese
Nope, got
stacking.
nothing.
Here's the thing: your base can't shake, and if your base is your face, you're gonna shake.
Thank you, Coach Negativity. I appreciate it. I'm ready to
Your
rock
ass is headed for failure.
The entire commercial break, all I heard was, "Oh, Bird, it's gonna go terrible. You sure you don't want to switch records? You're like, oh, we have all these Legos for another a Lego World Record. Because you want to switch for that one?
Yeah.
I got confidence to get 4.
You need to get some new hands, maybe. Can you switch hands with somebody?
I don't know.
Probably not quickly.
Yeah, probably not quickly.
Yeah. My thought is if you could get a base of 3 rolls,
Okay.
kind of in a triangle shape,
All right.
then you could maybe start working from that. You would have 3 immediately, and then if you could work another 1 in between each, that would probably be another 2. I would think that you could do at least 6 easily to start.
I gotta tell you, it's really nice to talk to you, Positive K. It's
why I'm
nice
here.
to hear from you.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I like that. So I'm looking up at the sky, make the triangle like
One
a
on your
pizza.
forehead, one around your nose. Use the hole in the TP to go around your nose.
Love it.
And then the other one kind of like on your chin mouth area. See if you can get those 3.
Is that a straight line?
Right now, it would be in a straight line. And then you would see just right away, if you could do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that would be 3. Every row that you get, you're getting another 3. So you could go 3 to 6, possibly get to 9.
Gosh, I love it. I love this. And
Before you
how
even know it.
It's not going to work, but I love the advice. It's great advice.
Okay.
I like using the nose.
Yeah,
And
use your features to your advantage.
And I got one of them butt chins.
Your
so
chin
I'll
could be-
I'll use one of the cheeks of my butt chin to maybe
to
kind
hold
of
it. It could
lodge it
hold-
in.
Yeah, if you put your chin up, because your chin kind of goes a little north, you could put that in the hole of another roll, nose in one roll, and then one roll on your forehead.
Positive K.
Here we
I'm-
go.
I'm
There's a
tickled
base of
pink
3.
with the advice. I hope that I can get at least 3.
I'm going to put this as a major win if you get to 6. The question is can he get, let's say maybe, I would say 5. I mean, the record is 16. So let's do at least 5. Virginia, do you think that Bird can do 5? I'll make that respectable here today.
I'm sorry to say, I do not.
So do I just have to keep it for X amount of seconds to count?
Yeah, it's got to hold, yeah. We'll have it hold for like a count of,
You tell me when to
good
go.
count of 3. You can start, so you're going below 5.
I mean, it's not a timed event, right?
minute.
Oh, it's a minute?
I thought it was a minute. Is it not a
It
minute?
is timed?
It isn't really, but we're going to keep it in a minute.
All right.
Right, I mean, how long can a guy struggle at a bit?
Yeah.
After a minute, the audience gets it.
Yeah. Okay, so Suits, you going over under 5? He's going under. Okay.
Reek!
And I'm I'm going to say this is a push. I'm going to say that he gets right at the 5. I think that's what the final mark's going to be. Okay, Jaybird, let's see what you got here. I kind of given you a strategy. Let's see if that plays. I think the thing is keeping your head back far enough so that your face is level. The one problem you have is you've got a trailer right there on the TP. We talked about that earlier. I don't think you want any trailers where the TP is hanging out.
Dog, I don't think my face is big enough for the 3.
I mean,
Yeah.
of course it's not.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got the 2. Okay, he's trying to get the 1 roll on his forehead. He's trying to get the other one.
You need my nose. You got a baby nose.
What if instead of, would the side of your head give you more?
I love it, Kevin. Hey, good idea, Kevin.
Yeah, would that maybe give you more space? Yeah, there you go. Turning his head sideways. Now it's definitely more level. Okay, there we go. Now he's easily got 1 roll on top of each other. If you could do a base of 2, if you could somehow put another roll on your head. Now the key is here, what's really tricky, you got to remain relatively calm and still. And you see there's a lot of violent movement, Virginia.
That's the hands, Kevin.
Well, it's his whole body. Like his whole body's kind of violently moving in this, and you're going to have to really go very slow and still and steady because you can't knock the other rolls down. He's got 3 rolls of toilet paper balanced right now on his head. You can see on KVJ TV. It's on YouTube. Go to KVJ Show. And you can see this. He's got 3 rolls right now. I put him at 5.
What an athlete.
Oh, he knocked them all over. Yeah, we're going to give him 3 attempts at this. That's 1.
It's not easy, Kevin.
Okay. I think he could easily get to 5. If he could, it's the key here is remaining calm. Denny's is handing him the rolls. It's about keeping his head perfectly still. If he can do that, he's going to get to 5. Okay, but the other problem, too, is... after you get past 4 rolls, your arm is the issue.
I had 4.
Okay, you had 4. Let's get to that 5. That's what I think you can do. This is your 3rd and final attempt, Jaybird, at this world record. Okay, and also, I think you're putting a smaller roll second. I would get rid of that roll. Don't do that roll. Go with the thickest roll. You want a solid, thick base, so you want a wider roll, not a thinner roll. Okay, he's at 2. Trying to stack the most rolls of toilet paper balanced on your head at one time. Record is an impressive 16 if the guy legitimately did that, but apparently he's got the world record, so I guess they made sure he didn't cheat when he did that. We're trying to get to 5 rolls here. Virginia, how's he doing over there?
He's got 4, and he's trying to put 5.
Get to this 5, Bird. Get to this 5.
His arm's not long
Come on.
enough.
Oh, did it fall?
Oh, it fell.
Oh, man.
Oh, Bird.
Okay, we got a final mark of 4. Is that right?
We do.
Okay. All right,
All
you
right,
did go under on
back
that
to the
one.
drawing board.
That's all right.
Your zipper's down. I think I just saw your business.
No, I have undies on.
He does. He's just got a little air conditioning there. It's a vent. It's a vent. Okay. All right, that's a tougher one. Anybody else do better than 4? Snap a photo, send it to us, or a little video here at the KVJ Show. Mail at kvjshow.com. We've had a lot of celeb phone taps where celebrities have been recorded. Sometimes they know, many times they don't. Maybe they just leave a voicemail message for somebody. If you're a celebrity, you got to know better. If you're saying something incriminating, don't leave a voicemail message for anybody because you can't trust anyone. Anybody you think might be your friend really is not your friend when you're a celebrity. I mean, look, it goes all the way back to, remember Monica Lewinsky and her good friend Linda Tripp that was recording her?
Yeah, that's true. When you can sell the tape, money takes precedence over friendship.
Yeah, your friendship is based on them recording you saying something incriminating, then getting a book deal.
The one that always weirded me out, or I didn't understand legally how they could have done it. Remember Marv Albert, the guy talk like this? Not Marv Albert, O'Brien, Pat O'Brien.
Pat O'Brien, yeah.
He called a sex hotline.
Yeah.
But they recorded his conversation and then they released it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't think they were legally allowed to do that.
That happened about 15 years ago, something like that. And I thought he was calling a woman, not a sex line.
I thought it was a sex line, and he kept on bringing up drugs, and she said, "You can't do that. That's against the policy." And then she had to hang up on him.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, so long ago. I don't remember who exactly he was calling. And it's been a while since he really has never regained the spotlight.
Well,
you know, like a Marv Albert is back doing NBA games. and he kind of got his life back. Pat O'Brien really did not.
Pat O'Brien, I think, did less than what Marv Albert did. Didn't Marv Albert bite somebody?
Yeah, on the back.
I mean, Pat O'Brien was just being filthy on a sex hotline, and it got released. And I think he was high on the cane when he was talking.
Yeah.
And he's talking about getting cocaine with the woman and how he wants to have the biggest cocaine party.
Yeah, it was. That was in 2005, so it was 15 years ago.
And he fell on the sword, too. Old Pat O'Brien. He had to go on because he had a show at the time.
Yeah, as the insider he was on.
He fell on his sword.
Yeah, he had to go on there and say, I've got addictions. I love women.
Yeah. He then went to rehab right after and said, I got a problem with alcohol.
How embarrassing is that? I mean, the details and his recording is over the top.
Yeah, he talked about cocaine, hookers, and his desire for wild sex.
You got to listen to it, Virginia.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I don't remember who he had called that was in that. It says that Howard Stern then used Pat O'Brien's voicemails to call phone sex line.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He takes those audio clips and then calls other lines.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, Pat O'Brien was talking to a woman that was recorded. That really happened.
Oh, okay.
Howard Stern did use it, but after the fact.
Okay. Yeah, he apparently also he had sent a drunken email critiquing all of his co-hosts, including Nancy O'Dell. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. So, yeah, he was doing a lot of stuff. But, yeah, that's just it. You got to watch these kind of things. So there's a lot of celebrities that have gotten caught up in different voicemails, recordings, things that have happened. I mean, this just recently happened to the First Lady.
I'm working like my ass off with the Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
That's right. I mean, who cares?
That was recent.
That was her friend that has released all those tapes and then got a book deal out of it. I mean, how shady is that?
Well, you would think if Melania is given that kind of detail, opening up that deeply, she had to have trust that person.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's to me, that would be one of the most horrific things and terrifying things of being a celebrity, is that anybody you are with these previous examples I'm going to give you, how do you know that they're not recording you? And one day, if anything ever goes south, or they lose the reason why they're friends with you in the first place and the perks from the friendship, that they don't release all that and try to get a book deal.
It doesn't even have to go south. They could just be in a bad financial spot.
Yeah.
And they could still be your good friend, and they decide that the money is more important to them than your friendship because of whatever pinch they're in.
But to me, if it's something that's a private conversation and it's sexual and it's between two people and then they release it, that makes the person that's releasing it looks bad. I mean, it's embarrassing for the person who is writing it, but it's not like Corey Feldman leaves a voicemail about how the girl is never going to work in this town again and she's done and she's through. That's really embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. It is. So I want to see if Virginia can remember who it is that is in these little celebrity phone taps that we've got here.
Okay.
I'll play a little bit of the message, Virginia. Can you tell me the celebrity?
All right.
I mean, you're the dirt of the day.
In this?
I know. I got a lot on the line here. My reputation as a journalist.
Okay. Who is this in this celebrity phone tap here?
I need you to do me a huge favor.
Listen right here.
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you.
Uh-huh.
Wait, play it. Can you please take your name off your phone?
That was fascinating because he's asking somebody to take their name off of change the name because their wife's finding something out.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a little bit more here.
So if you can, please take your name off that and what do you call it? Just have it as a number on the voicemail. Just have it as your telephone number. That's it. Okay, you gotta do this for me. Huge, quickly. All right, bye.
Do it quickly. Okay.
It's quickly.
Quickly. Please.
The walls are closing
She's
in.
about to strike. Okay.
Jeez.
So
Who is that celebrity in that voicemail message?
What's he asking? He's asking her to do what?
He's
Take
asking
her name off her outgoing voicemail message.
Okay.
Have it just be the generic thing that says, "You've reached 561."
His wife has his sleaze phone and is calling all the numbers that are in there and cannot believe just how many people apparently he had in there that he was calling.
That right there makes it so much sleazier because he's going back to try to.
Who is that, Virginia?
Gosh, who got busted on that level? He's American.
Don't recognize the voice?
Oh, I'm struggling.
As soon as you hear it, you go, oh.
Was it Ben Affleck?
Okay. No, that was Tiger Woods.
He was calling up his mistresses and asking them to change their stuff.
That's so good. Let me hear it again.
Okay. Hold on.
I need you to do me a huge favor.
Listen to him.
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and maybe calling you.
So how many times did he have to make that phone call and leave
Didn't he have
that?
17?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had 17.
I think that's why so many of them came out of the woodworks, because he was doing that stuff. He's having an affair, and now he's telling them they have to clean it up for him.
There was so many, they couldn't
Yeah.
fit all the faces on the cover of People magazine.
yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
They were like, more on the inside cover.
They had to
You
do a pull-out.
had to flip
Yeah.
to the inside cover.
That's how impressive it was.
It looked like a yearbook. There was so many photos on the one cover.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Turns out Tail made him good at golf.
What about this celebrity here in this phone tap, Virginia? Who do you think this is? This angry celebrity leaving a message for a writer on the TV show that they were on. It was a network TV show that this actor was on, and he's leaving this for the writer of that show.
Second of all, you're goddamn bad writing shit, sicko. Was an abomination, and your writing is getting worse and worse. So suck my cock. I don't get talked to like that by anybody. Certainly not in front of my wife and daughter. You goddamn alcoholic fat shit. You're gonna live to be about 57 if you're lucky. The way you eat. I got nothing to say to you except you can my.
Okay.
That's a lot of bleeps.
Yeah.
He's going after a writer.
Yeah, it was on an NBC sitcom. This is a guy that has been famous for starting on an NBC show, doing lots of movies in the 80s where he was an A-lister. And then he's notably now, I would say, a very grouchy, older celebrity.
And he's had other feuds throughout his life.
I mean,
Actor, comedian.
is it Tim Allen?
Gosh, you are bad at this game.
Charlie Sheen?
No.
It's Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase in this message.
Second of all, you're goddamn bad writing shit, sicko. Was an abomination, and your writing is getting worse and worse.
It was the show Community, and the whole cast didn't really get along with Chevy. He was on his own little planet.
If everybody on the cast hates you, the problem is not the show or the writing or the cast. It's you.
A lot of them had problems with Chevy.
Okay, let's try one more. See if you can get one right here, Virginia. Who is this celeb phone tap? What is the celebrity that is caught here in this conversation with his now ex-wife?
Stay on this phone and don't hang up on me. I have plenty of energy to drive over there. You understand me? I know. So just listen to me. Listen to my dancing. Listen to what you do to me.
I didn't do anything to you.
Pain in the ass.
Wow.
You are ruining my life.
You make my life so difficult.
No, you don't understand. If you haven't heard that whole call,
It's so worth it.
it is over the top. I mean, that's just a benign portion of what we could play.
That's a nugget, and that's Mel Gibson.
That one is Mel Gibson. There you go, Virginia. Way to lock it up there. Very nice.
The Corey Feldman one is good too.
Yeah, he kind of goes off on one of his bandmates.
One of the angels.
That he thinks basically he can ruin in Hollywood.
Crystal, it's Corey. I'm wanting to believe that this is a joke. You got to be joking, right? This isn't real. Like, no human being on this earth would be selfish enough and egotistical enough and in the head enough to friends over like this at the last minute. Like, you know that I spent real money, and you know that I'm struggling, and you know how hard it has been to get to this point. And like, no person would do this to another group of people that they call friends unless you're like a soulless, careless, like inhumane piece of shit. So I really hope for all practical purposes that this is a elaborate joke, and that you're going to call and say that this was all a joke, or you were just playing, or something. Because if I don't hear from you, girl, your name is Mud.
Yeah.
You never work in this town again. I'm Corey Feldman, damn it.
Corey Feldman could ruin you.
Corey, you'll probably never work again in this town.
And by the way, this call isn't from like 1985.
No, this is not that long ago. This is about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, don't even bother coming back to LA, because you'll never get another gig in that town.
That's what he does.
Star maker and star breaker.
Yep.
Ever. Like, I will make sure everybody knows what a piece of are. Very cool piece.
Okay.
She ghosted him on a gig. She just didn't show up.
Well, I mean, she probably was like, he's crazy.
That's what
I don't want to work with him.
Yeah, you went to his gig. You said it was terrible. Like, his whole projector, like, deflated. It's like it was a clown show.
The projector, it was like a blow-up projector, and it fell on you, and you were in the audience.
It actually fell on me as I was filming, and I could not have been more happier. I was like,
You had to put it back on the stage. You became a roadie.
We did meet and greet, and it was so long and annoying. We decided to not even do the meet and greet. We just came back home.
Yeah. I think I would probably stop showing up too. So good luck, Corey Feldman. You know, sometimes you are the jerk. Other times you're not, but maybe you think you are. Somebody probably tells you, you're being a jerk. And you're like, am I really? Sometimes you stand up for yourself. Somebody doesn't like it. They call you a jerk, and you're not a jerk. That's why I'm just kind of curious here. If you ever have a situation, you can send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, and we'll give you a ruling. Are you a jerk or are you not a jerk? What do you think about this one? Somebody wants to know if they're the jerk for refusing to go to Thanksgiving without an apology. Now, here's what they want the apology for. It says, in this email, it says, I was a single mom with a 2-year-old daughter when I met my husband 5 years ago. He has always treated my daughter like she was his own and has been an amazing stepfather. My husband has a very nice family that all lives in northern Florida, and they were also very welcoming towards me and have been nothing short of amazing. That is why I was shocked by the comments I saw a few weeks ago from my sister-in-law. It was a post on Facebook talking about when, quote, black men run from police, they deserve to be shot. I kept an eye on the thread and watched as my sister-in-law called black people, quote unquote, animals. I let my husband know what I saw, and he talked to his brother about his wife's comments. My husband's brother said that she meant nothing by it and that she is not a racist. And my husband doesn't want to push the issue any further because he doesn't think it'll go anywhere. Well, this leaves me with a heavy heart because my daughter is half black and I have vowed to protect her to the best of my ability from racism whenever I can. I don't feel like I can take my daughter in good conscience to see my husband's family in North Florida for Thanksgiving. I feel like there at least needs to be an acknowledgement from his family that these comments are not right and even a possible apology. I can already sense that this is going to be stirring up some major drama over the course of the next several weeks. Am I the jerk for taking this stance and causing drama within his family over this?
I can't tell you whether you're the jerk or not, but I can tell you that I would be upset just like you, and I would not be going to Thanksgiving without an apology. Now, they're probably going to have a whole different opinion.
Yeah.
But if it was me, I would take the stance as well. Your child comes first, and that was so inappropriate what she wrote on social media. So uncool. you need an apology before you can go back in their house. I don't blame you at all. You don't need to make a big deal of it. You just don't need to bring your child around her.
Say, look, I made a vow. This is one thing that I do.
That's it. I protect my child from racists. And I hate to tell you, if you write that on Facebook, you're racist.
No, we're not. No.
You're an animal, really? No, I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Okay. What about this one? It says, am I the jerk for treating my daughter different than her brother? I'm a single parent with a teenage boy and girl. My son is a junior in high school and his younger sister is a freshman. My son plays football and baseball and already has scholarship offers for both sports. So his life is sports and his schoolwork. His sister also has her event. She does choir and a dance group. It's good for her to do, but her performance in either is not nearly as important as her brother's. Well, I work a good bit, and somebody around here needs to do the chores. So a majority of them fall on my daughter, as her brother is too busy. My daughter is required to clean our shared living spaces and bathrooms and is to prepare dinner for all of us 4 nights a week. Then a few weeks ago, she tells me that it isn't fair that she has to do all the chores. I explained the reasoning, and she said that I was a sexist. And I said, well, that's too bad what you think. It's not going to change. So the other night, my daughter doesn't come home. She won't then answer her phone either. So then my sister calls me to say that my daughter is at her house and will be staying with her until I even the chore duty in the house. Listening to my sister made me realize where my daughter was getting all this from. My son physically doesn't have the time to do it, and I said that there was nothing that I could do. My sister is now calling me a jerk as well. And neither one will speak to me. Am I really the jerk?
Is this written by a man or a woman?
It's a man that's doing this. He is a single father in this situation.
I mean, if you have 2 kids and you're putting all the cooking and cleaning on the girl, I would be suspect as well if I was your daughter. It should be equal and fair for both children, regardless of who has what extracurricular activities. And if stuff doesn't get done, then stuff gets done on the weekends by the children. But you've got to make it fair for the boy and the girl. You are coming off a little sexist.
Okay, so you think split down the middle.
Yes. Yes. The daughter should not be required to do more household duties like cooking or cleaning than your son.
Okay.
Make it fair.
Okay. And one more email that we got here for Am I the Jerk? Am I the jerk for leaving my husband for this? This 28-year-old female is married to a 32-year-old man, and it says we have a 3-year-old son together. My husband got laid off at the beginning of the pandemic and has definitely struggled with his mental health ever since. He's really let himself go, and our house is destroyed every day when I come home, adding more strain to an already stressful situation. I try to be patient and clean the house after coming home from a full day of work. Admittedly, resentment is growing. Then last week, my husband drops on me that he doesn't think that our son is really his.
Oh, no.
Admittedly, our son looks more like me, but there is no doubt that my husband is the father. But I had noticed that my husband had been acting more distant and hostile to our son lately. So I asked him to explain why he thought that our son wasn't his, and all he could say is that he had a gut feeling. He then asked me for a paternity test, and I was totally offended. I feel that if anyone in this marriage needs to be upset, it's me. So I told him absolutely not, as his accusation is offensive. He told me that he could just do it without my permission.
That's true.
This sounds like we got to call Mopo up. This is Maury Povich kind of stuff.
All you got to do is get the kid's toothbrush. Any parent can do it without permission of the other parent.
You are the father.
He said, realizing that our marriage was on dangerous ground here, I told him that I would give him a paternity test if he agreed to therapy.
Okay.
He did, and we sat in our first therapy session with the paternity results. The results said that there was a 98% chance that my husband was our child's father. What I saw is conclusive. He saw as questionable. I saw a man unraveling, and the therapist seemed to agree, so I left the therapy session and have moved in with my parents. My husband claims that I've abandoned him, but I see a man with growing mental health issues, and I am concerned to have him around our son. I plan on filing for divorce and moving on with my life. Am I the jerk for moving on with my life with my son?
No, you're not. He is unraveling, and it probably is mental health. Does she talk about how old she is and how old he is? He's 32. He may have some late-stage mental health issues erupting in him, and this is not your problem. You got to protect your son. If his own father is denying him,
Yeah. Okay.
This guy's sick.
Okay, so you're all on that not being a jerk. A couple other people sounding off on the last one where you said that the dad with the teenage boy and girl said that he is being the jerk, that he is basically raising his daughter to be trained to be a slave to a man.
Yeah, I don't like that. It needs to be fair for both children.
Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people feel like that is a double standard. So the person who sent that email, you are the jerk. And somebody said, not just a jerk, but a huge a-hole. Yeah, well, that's kind of the whole, that goes without saying.
Yeah, but the a-hole really exclamation points at Kevin.
Yes.
And when all the people in your life, your own sister, your daughter, are telling you you're doing it wrong, like, you don't dig your heels in. You need to listen to people if everybody in the family thinks you're wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I bet your son, if you even asked him, would tell you you're not doing it right.
Right. So there you go. That's a couple of our thoughts. If you got anything else that you want to add to it, you can. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. And if you have got a question for Am I the Jerk, you can just send us that email, mail@kvjshow.com.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
A couple of comments on the Am I the Jerk for the dad that's got a son and daughter. His son looks like he's going to be playing either college football or college baseball and getting scholarship money. Thinks that his daughter, who's a freshman, needs to do all the chores in the house because he's working. And somebody said, look, she participates in the dance team and choir. She absolutely will get girls college opportunities and tuition, so the dad needs to check himself hard. Sounds like he doesn't want his girl to get an education and setting his son up to expect the same from all women. So be careful of the message that you're even sending to your son, that a woman needs to be a slave to you.
Yeah, I feel like I want to call him at his house and talk to him.
Do it then. You won't.
Yeah.
You're all bark
Yeah.
and no bite. Do it, witch.
Yeah.
I'll go to his house.
You will not. You will not get on your broom. I did not mean that as a sexist comment. I meant that as a witch comment.
You're anti-witch, not anti-woman.
Yes, there you go.
And to the mom who has a child that is half black, is concerned about taking her daughter up to the in-laws in North Florida after seeing what she thought was an alarming Facebook comment from the sister-in-law. And they insist that they're not racist, but she believes that the comment leads to something else. Somebody said she should have jumped into the Facebook thread and addressed it right then and there, but I don't know. Where
I don't
would
know
that have
either.
gone? Yeah.
That's just so dramatic. And
Yeah.
I don't know if fighting over racism is the way to get somebody to see your point.
Mm-hmm.
You have to teach somebody, and sometimes you have to step away and let them think about what they did and then
Yep.
try to teach them with love. In this, you can make this a lot worse by fighting with family. I don't know if jumping in a Facebook thread and dropping S-bombs is the way to go.
What do you mean? You mean not jumping into a social media fight publicly is not the right
About
move?
racism.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like that's going to be good for your family.
And, on the situation as far as protecting your child, somebody had texted in and said, yeah, my children are Italian and African-American. I knew my father, I guess he would have been the Italian, was a bigot, but he never had any issues or anything that I saw that was inappropriate to my kids. I just knew he didn't like the situation or who I married. And I didn't find out until my kids were older that his views did affect them. And they could just feel a tension. And they noticed the difference between how they were treated compared to other grandchildren that were not half black.
That sucks, man. You're the mom. You got to protect your kid. And if you feel like your kid is going to be exposed to that from a family member, you have every right to block their access to your kid.
Yeah, so I think she's right in her thoughts on that. There is an art to being able to decipher somebody's age. It's usually an uncomfortable thing you don't ever want to do, but for a fun little radio game, let's do it. Now, we're each going to get a question here to try to dial into what your age is, and we got to get within 3 years to get it correct. But you do have to reveal your age on the radio. That's the key here to playing the game. Guess my age. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. Last week, we did terrible. We got 1 out of 3 right.
Questions were awful.
Everything was bad.
It was so bad.
Everything was bad.
Filled with regret.
Star's on here from West Palm. Hello, Star.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, guys.
Good. All right, we're going to try to figure out how old you are with just a few questions here. My question for you is, what TV show did you love to watch when you were in high school?
In high school.
Mm-hmm. What were you watching? TV
I
show
don't know. I was playing too much.
You can give me a movie. Is there a movie that stands out to you when you're in high school that you loved?
Steel Magnolias.
Steel Magnolias.
Got it.
Okay.
Locked it in.
Okay. Virginia. What's your question?
What was your high school graduation song? Mine was a Whitney Houston song. It was like the most hot song on the radio. What was yours?
You old?
I don't know. I graduated first time graduating class from a newer school. It was like a summer thing. I don't even think we did all that.
Okay.
Okay.
Jay Bird, and what is your question here?
Who was the president when you were in 10th grade?
Oh, God. I'm doing terrible. You guys are asking the right questions. I'm the one not doing good here.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Would it have been Bill Clinton? Would it have been George H.W. Bush?
It could have been.
Could have been. It was it the older Bush or the younger Bush?
I think it was George W. Bush, not H.W. or whatever. The older one.
Okay,
Father.
George H. Okay. Okay. All right.
Interesting.
I have got my guess here for Star. I am going to say that she is 49 years old. Virginia, what is your guess?
I think she's 48.
Okay, and Bird.
She's 44, guys, going on 45.
Okay, 44. And how old are you actually, Star?
Well, you were all in the area, but I'm 46.
Damn it,
46. Let me see. Virginia, you are within 3. I am 2. So, bam. That actually counts.
We're close.
What did I say?
I said 44, and you're, she said, what, 46? You're in there, too. Everybody got it. All 3 of us. So there you go. Thank you very much for playing along, though, Star. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
You too. That's pretty impressive. Look at that. Round 1, we all redeemed ourselves. We each got it right.
KVJ 1, the people 0, bring it.
Okay, let's try Mike and Delray. Hello, Mike.
What's up?
How you doing, bud?
Good, all is well.
Okay, we're going to try to guess your age here. I want to ask you, growing up, who was your idol? Who did you look up to? A singer or an athlete, a movie star, something like that when you were growing up as a child?
Michael Jordan all day.
Gotcha.
Does not help. He was
Gotcha.
good for a very long time.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. All right. Virginia, what's your question?
As a prepubescent boy, when you first started exploring your body, who was maybe a celebrity female that popped in your head?
This is easy. Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Okay.
I like this guy's style.
My man came with an answer quick. He knew it.
That's a good call.
Okay,
Good call.
what was the first video game you or your parents bought for you? The one that you owned, the first video game.
Gotta be Either Mario Kart or Star Fox.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Virginia, you get the first guess this round.
He's definitely younger than us. But how much younger? I'm going to say this cat is 39.
Okay, Bird, what do you think?
He's 40 going on 41.
40 going on 41.
40.
Okay. And I will go with 42.
He might be in his 30s, y'all. Dang
I
it.
think he's in his 30s.
He's late 30s.
I might have gone too high with 39. This
Okay.
guy is not old like us.
I'm staying with 40. He's a little younger than me.
Mike, how old are you?
36, buddy.
I knew it. I knew he was in his mid-30s.
You're just too
Damn
damn
it.
good, Mike.
36. Okay.
Too good.
Virginia, you got it right. Jaybird and I missed out. We just missed the 3-year window there. So congratulations, Virginia. Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank y'all. Have a good day.
You
Okay.
too.
I like your energy, dude.
Yeah. Virginia's beating us by 1 here, Bird. She's got 2. You and I both have 1.
She likes to beat men.
That's a sport.
Okay, we've got Dina here from Coral Springs. Hello, Dina.
KVJ.
Okay.
Hey.
I'll let Jaybird kick off this round here, trying to guess your age within 3 years. We each get a question before trying to guess. What do you got, Jaybird?
What was the most popular Halloween costume when you were 12?
Dude, nobody's going to remember that.
Hey, 2 out of 3 questions.
I would say pillowcase ghost.
Okay.
It's a great answer. Way to shut me down. And by the way, I remember the costume that was very popular when I was that age.
Yeah, because you're weird.
Oh, well.
Adina, what historical event happened while you were in high school? What do you remember? Was there anything junior high to high school?
Yeah, that was the death of John Lennon.
Oh, okay. Now we know.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Virginia, what is your question?
What kind of car did your parents drop you off at high school from? What kind of car were your parents driving when you were in high school?
Oh, when I was in high school, it was like a 4-door Chevy Impala or something like that.
Sweet ride.
Sweet, I like it.
Okay.
Y'all was rich.
Chevy Impala. Okay. Jaybird, how old do you think Dina is here from Coral Springs?
She's 58 years old.
Okay. That's a solid guess. That's what I had written down. So
I'll take 59 if you want 58.
No, go 58. I am going to go 55.
That's interesting.
Virginia, what is your guess for how old Dina is?
You've both overshot. She's 54.
You don't know about John Lennon's death. You don't know about the year. You're off, Sinicki. You're the wrong one.
Dina, how old are you?
You are 100% right.
How old? Which
55.
age? 55. Look at that.
What did you
Right
say,
on the
Virginia?
mark.
I said 54.
She said 54.
Yep.
Kevin said 55. What'd you say?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to play anymore. I'm taking my toys and going home.
You said 58. You got a point.
I want to be.
I got 58. So you were probably a freshman when Lennon got shot?
I think I was a freshman or a sophomore.
Wow.
I graduated in '83.
Were you sad when Lennon got shot, or did it not really affect you?
She wasn't happy.
It did not. I am not a Beatles fan at all.
So maybe she was happy.
Screw him.
What's for dinner, Ma? Yeah, who cares?
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude, ha, drunk people pooping in the street, ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow.
Yeah. Hey, this is a great deal. I'm sure Hotels.com is only doing it for the publicity. I didn't even know this thing, Friendsgiving Island, existed. I don't know if that's just a temporary name they've given to it, but they're offering up this 3-bedroom house along with a boat on this private island for 7 nights, and it's only going to cost you $300 a night, which breaks down to $50 a person for the party of 6, which will fit comfortably on the island.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's the most you ever spent on a hotel for a night? Can you say?
I have a cap in my head that I won't go over, even during prime time Mardi Gras in New Orleans at a fabulous hotel. The most I have ever been willing to spend is like $350 a night. I won't go over that.
Whoa, Tequesta over here, $350 a night.
Very fancy.
That's like at the peak of season, and you know, it's supply and demand. Blah blah blah.
Okay. That's why this is such an amazing deal.
Yeah, that's an amazing deal.
Yeah, I think it is right off the coast of Marathon there. That's what I saw. It's available right before Thanksgiving from November 14th through the 21st. And they say normally if you would get it, it'd be $1,400 a night. That's still, I mean, you know, if you had 6 people.
$1,400 a night is a lot for any
it's
Airbnb.
a little over $200 per person.
That's
Yeah,
a lot.
That is. So there you go. So it's a great deal. Go to Hotels.com and get the promotional offer. Well, there's a guy in North Naples that had himself an interesting little scam. He was at the Walmart and he was going through checking out his items, but everything was coming up 24 cents.
What a deal.
What a great deal of stuff they've got there at the Walmart in North Naples. But a security guard noticed what he did. He was tucking a Kool-Aid packet in his hand in the self-checkout. So when it looked like he was scanning an item, he was just scanning the 24-cent pack of Kool-Aid each time. So everything he was buying only cost 24 cents.
What a sneak.
There's so many ways, and I'm not encouraging this. I just notice a flaw in the system, on the self-checkout. There's such an easy way to steal so many items and never get caught.
Yeah, I wonder how much they are losing on that. Now, they save a salary not having to have somebody necessarily there. Usually what I see is one person watches about 6 different checkout registers.
I'm telling you right now, when you're at Walmart and it's busy, because what Walmart does, they'll stop you to look at your receipt if you have items outside of a bag. But if you got a bunch of items in a bag, they usually don't stop you, and it's so easy to take stuff. There's no way they'd get you. There's too many people there.
Yeah, I wonder how much money they might be losing.
Well, I know the machine doesn't go off because I've accidentally taken something before, not realizing and it never went off.
The honest criminal.
Yeah, people could totally steal.
These people are running a scam. Go figure here in Florida. Daytona Beach police are looking for some people that have been scamming senior citizens, telling them that they missed jury duty and they got to pay thousands of dollars or they're going to be arrested.
Oh.
They're old, they're confused, and they got a 72-year-old woman here in Florida for $3,200 with this scam. Now, the cops have arrested the woman who actually scammed her, but they haven't yet arrested her accomplices. So they're trying to track them all down, but just be aware that that's going on.
So shady.
Guy in Largo, Florida, up near Tampa, was drunk on Monday and got into an argument with his girlfriend. And he wound up using a seasonal gourd as a weapon by throwing a pumpkin and its innards at her. And let me tell you, the cops had no problem unraveling the truth when they showed up, and she was covered in pumpkin seeds and pulp. They believed her story. He was arrested for domestic battery with a pumpkin. So, there's a guy in Marathon, Florida that got arrested after beating his roommate with a bat because he found a dead rodent in the freezer.
A dead rodent?
A dead rodent. The 59-year-old man confronted his 57-year-old roommate after finding the rodent in the freezer. The roommate had used it to feed his pet snake.
Oh.
So he was chilling out like a rat in the freezer, and he's like, "How dare you?" And he brings out a baseball bat saying, "I'm going to have to kill you." the roommate was able to escape and call the cops. So.
I can see how this ended up in the Whacked Out News.
Yeah.
It's got everything you need for a Whacked Out News story.
Yeah, and looking at the guy's mugshot, he's what you would expect from a 57-year-old guy that has a 59-year-old roommate in Marathon, Florida.
And they have a pet snake.
Yeah, it's everything you would imagine it to be. There's a dominatrix that took a guy on a leash into a fancy grocery store in Los Angeles on Saturday. They were both wearing masks, though. That's the good news. She had on the standard medical face mask. He, however, was wearing a dog mask with a chain attached to his neck. She then goes in and buys an overpriced smoothie, then takes this guy in the dog mask out onto the patio and feeds him out of a dog bowl while whipping him.
Oh, yeah. They're into some really weird stuff, Virginia.
I told you, I have a friend of mine that is dating a dominatrix.
Yo,
and I am like, wait, what?
There are more people into this pain and pleasure type of lifestyle than you think.
But are they going to Whole Foods for smoothies?
You'd be surprised, Kevin.
Okay.
Maybe they like the embarrassment of it.
That's Virginia's starting to get into that lifestyle.
Yeah,
I
she
can
is.
tell because she's right. They like the humiliation, Virginia.
I'm fascinated, but trust me, you will not see me in that getup in the Whole Foods.
She's definitely BDSM curious.
Oh, big time.
I'm fascinated by people that I know in my personal life that I never thought that would be into this stuff are telling me details and sending me pictures. I've got pictures on my phone that I can't believe.
You are curious about that. Kevin's curious about pot. Y'all some closet freaks. I'm telling you.
I don't want to do any of these things, but I am so fascinated when my friends do them.
That's what they all say. Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be a part of it.
I don't. I can tell you with 100% certainty, I don't want to be involved in a dominatrix scenario.
Everybody knows that. You're very vanilla in the bedroom. You're right. No one believes that you would be into
I know
any
you're
of
trying
that.
to make me a dominatrix or a submissive, but I swear it does not float my boat. It does not cream my Twinkie, but I am fascinated by my friends who I thought were normal in the bedroom. Turns out are not.
Well, and then again, what is normal, Kevin?
I showed you that picture of the drill, Kevin. Remember the drill?
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Where do you think that drill goes?
It was kind of obvious.
I could not believe that. That's my friend sent me that. The drill.
The drill.
I'm shocked and so fascinated.
Well, shockingly, in this instance here, the security asked them to leave and take their weird BDSM act home.
If I'm at the store, I'm like, all right, this is at least some entertainment.
Yeah, don't make them leave.
Don't.
They're actually making my shopping trip awesome.
This is a tough story here. A woman in Colorado who raised a pet deer has now been charged with 2 misdemeanors after that cute, adorable pet deer has grown up and gored and injured one of her neighbors.
Oh, my.
Yeah. How about that? Amazing. You shouldn't keep a pet deer. There's a woman in Louisiana that tried to throw her bag of meth out of the car window when she got pulled over, but the bag hit the cop right in the leg. So
He's like, all right.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me find the evidence.
Yeah, I made that kind of obvious. And this is an interesting little individual here. A guy in England is going to jail for 3 years after he had sex with his own pet chickens while his wife filmed him.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That makes the couple at the store look so normal.
Yeah, it really does. It's amazing when you can normalize a guy at a Whole Foods in a dog mask.
So, I mean, the wife filmed it? It's one thing if you set up a selfie cam.
Yeah.
But now your wife?
Is that the definition? I mean this, I'm not trying to be cute. Is that, well, I don't know if I can say that. I want to say it so bad. It's a chicken, right?
It's a chicken. Yeah.
I won't say it. I have a legit question.
You do? Okay.
Does it rhyme with mother clucker?
I just want to know, is that considered
cock
holding?
Cock holding, yes.
Yeah.
Except, yeah. Uh-huh.
Technically.
Yeah.
The
Technically,
chicken,
I guess it
the
would
chicken
be.
is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When I said
anytime,
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm, yeah.
All right.
I know what you're asking. And I think it would be.
Oh, man, the music ran out.
It makes your joke hang out to dry a little more.
It wasn't a joke, to be quite honest. It's more of an observation. I don't do jokes anymore.
You don't?
I'm a philosopher these days.
Oh, he stopped the comedy.
I never started, really.
97.9 WRMF and another KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway winner.
Well, we put out the call for Darren Hickey of Green Acres, and guess who we got? It is Darren. What's up, bud?
Good morning. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You ready to go on a little shopping spree here, Darren Hickey?
Oh, this is sounding like it's well needed at this point.
Yay!
Everybody's got their own favorites. For me, I'd probably hit the meat aisle. I go for that. I know Jay-Bird kind of goes to a little bit of the middle of the store. You go to the cereal aisle a lot, Jay-Bird?
I'm a bread man. I'm a carb man.
Yeah.
That's where I do a lot of my damage.
Okay. All
Get
right.
that cheese bread I'm always talking about.
Ooh. Well, you can pick whatever you want. $200. Shopping is on us just for signing up for the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. Have fun shopping, Darren.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, if you're signed up, listen up at 2 and 5 p.m. If you're not, go to WRMF.com. 3 chances to win every single weekday, 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. That is the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. We were talking a second ago about a little shopping scam that somebody in North Naples was trying at a Walmart. They had a Kool-Aid packet that was only 24 cents in their palm, and they were using that barcode to swipe through all their items, and so it was racking up 24 cents as they're buying all kinds of different stuff. Security guards saw, and apparently they do have eyes. Somebody said at Walmart they have cameras.
I'm telling you.
In the ceilings.
Everybody has been saying that Walmart has cameras. I know for a fact that you can take stuff from Walmart and get away with it.
Okay.
I'm just keeping it real, Virginia.
Okay.
I'm letting Walmart know.
He's letting them know.
They don't watch you as hardcore as at Walmart as they do at like Whole Foods and like Home Depot. Oh my gosh, this girl was breathing on my neck like I owed her money at Home Depot.
You're right. Those stores do a really good job. I'm not saying you can't get busted at Walmart. Of course you can. But I'm just saying there's so much calamity going on at Walmart. There's no way for them to see everybody steal stuff. It's easy to do at the self-checkout.
Easy to do,
It's easy. Yeah, it is.
Well, maybe at Walmart, they're more worried about their condoms than they are the people at the self-checkout. Listen to this email that Lauren sent us. She said, my boyfriend and I went to Walmart to stock up on necessary household goods and food. We begun our shopping in the toiletries section for the usual items when I remembered that we may as well buy a box of condoms while we're here. We noticed the condoms, along with other items of the same category, were locked behind a glass door that required a key.
They have even these there, Virginia.
They got it all, huh?
At Walmart?
They do. They have those. They have the pregnancy test. They've got their... And they also have the condoms all in the same section. You have to ask for a key.
They got vibrators at Walmart?
They do. And I heard a woman ask about a pregnancy test. I need the key. I need a pregnancy test. And I swear to you, like 30 people all looked over
Yeah,
at her.
right. It's the embarrassing items that they got behind lock
I
and
dare
key.
you to go in there and say, I need the key. I need a vibrator.
Stat. I'm gonna need a camera guy. So.
I'm down.
Or a camera person.
So Lauren said after flagging down an employee to open the case, he handed us the box of condoms and we began to walk away. Well, the employee then stopped us and said, no, wait a minute. Sorry, it's a store policy. I have to escort you to the checkout right now, and I have to watch you pay for this item. My jaw about hit the floor. As if buying condoms isn't already uncomfortable, I now had to be chaperoned in the middle of a busy Walmart to go pay for them. Stunned and not knowing what to do, I followed the man to the checkout area. Only 3 of the 20 lines were open, so there I am standing with a Walmart employee for 10 minutes waiting to buy this one box of condoms before I could continue with my shopping trip. Am I the only one that has experienced this?
No, I experienced it with the cologne at Walmart. I've talked to you guys so many times where if I'm in a rush and I'm out of smell good, I'll go to Walmart, and 5 out of 10 times they may have it there. But you go in there in the cologne area, it's a different section. It's the key section. And every time I go, hey, can I get some cologne? Oh, I'm sorry. Keith has got the key. Well, where's Keith? Oh, Keith is off today. Well, why the hell is Keith got the key? And why don't we make doubles here?
Yeah.
Duplicates.
It seems like it is an awkward setup at best that they've got it at Walmart, and I assume everybody is going through the same scenario you did, Lauren.
They are. Not only with your cologne and your Vibs.
But that's so messed up, though. You're going to make somebody stand there with a Walmart representative in the line for you to check out because they have to watch you pay separately for these condoms?
Consider yourself lucky that you found an actual Walmart employee.
But I mean, you're never going to buy condoms there again. Then you're going to forget condoms. Then you're going to have unprotected sex, and then you're going to have an unplanned pregnancy.
And don't buy them lambskin kind either. Get the good kind. Lambskin's bad. They have microscopic holes, Virginia.
Oh,
that's a noted phrase.
Okay, well, has anybody else had the same kind of experience that Lauren has? Or is there another place that also offers a very awkward buying scenario? Apparently, somebody's saying that the Walgreens are also selling the personal pleasure devices. So
really?
It's a hot item.
I think they might even be cheaper at Walgreens, although you do want to spend the money on that item.
Is this a new thing? Because I don't remember seeing Hummers in the aisle before.
It's been around for a while. I would say at least the last year or probably a couple years.
Wow.
How many have you bought?
I've never bought any.
Can I see your receipts?
You can. You'll find something weird in there, though.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you will. All right. Anything to share? 877-979-WRMF. You can call or text us right now at the KVJ show. The person that actually has to walk the person who wanted the condoms to the cash register and stand there with them for 10 awkward minutes.
Oh, yeah. It
while they
sucks
make
for them,
pay. Yeah.
too. Absolutely.
It's not good. We really can't come up with a better policy on how to get our condoms at Walmart and our personal pleasure devices.
I would so try to make small talk if they're taking too long. So, what are you having for lunch today?
It's just tough enough. Wow.
I would definitely go get everything else first. Get everything in your cart you want.
Right.
And make condoms your last thing you grab so that at least you don't have to go through the checkout twice. I mean, that's just bizarre.
But should we really be that embarrassed buying condoms? You know what I mean? It's not like it's the 50s.
But people are.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't shame people and make them have to stand there with a guardian. It's just not fun.
And I think where we are now, we want as few social interactions with strangers as possible, especially when those interactions are about, hey, I'm here to buy condoms.
It's weird that the condoms are locked up, but things like video games are not.
They're not, huh?
Well, some of the electronic stuff is not. Not everything's locked up.
Very odd. It's a weird world, my man. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, if you feel a little down in the dumps, always love checking on the FML site. People posting up things that are going wrong in their life, so maybe you feel a little bit better about yours coming up.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Hey, life sometimes gets you down, but you just got to have a good perspective on it. It's about how you can laugh, your ability to laugh at life's problems. And spin it, have some fun, and post it on the FML website. Of course, it stands for F My Life is what it is. Here's some people going through a few things today that are just trying to look at life and laugh. Somebody said, today I told my ex-boyfriend I lost 20 pounds because of the stress of the breakup. His response was, you're welcome. Okay. Good thing you left the guy, right? He's a jerk. Good for you. Somebody else said, I'm a waitress, and today I served somebody who was hoping that their food would come back faster than expected. I replied, well, fingers crossed. Just at that moment, they lifted up both arms to show me they had no hands. You ever have one of those moments where you're just like,
yes, I have.
Jeez. Okay, well, maybe, how about arms crossed, maybe? I don't know. If you got no fingers, I guess.
Lips crossed.
Yeah, just cross something. I don't know. Somebody else posted up on the site, said, today I realized how emotional I get around my time of the month when I cried because a cheese commercial was so touching.
Aww.
They can be cheese in general can be touching.
Yeah, you ever cried at a cheese commercial?
I've cried at cheese just because it was so beautiful.
We get it.
Somebody else said, today I woke up completely naked in bed with a guy I met the night before. The reason I woke up was that somebody was knocking on his bedroom door. Turns out he lives with his mom, and she made us pancakes.
That's not an F My Life. That's an awesome mom and great situation.
All right. I got some loving and pancakes.
It's shocking, though.
It is. Yeah, it's probably surprising at the very least. Somebody else posted up, said, today I found out that my father uses "you eat poo for breakfast" as his comeback during political arguments on Facebook. He's 60.
Yeah, I mean, the older dog there.
You eat poo for breakfast.
Dad.
Okay. Somebody said, today I finally mustered up the courage to send a message to the girl I've been crushing on for years. I'm now blocked.
Because you turned into a stalker, dude. You got too weird. You didn't play it cool. I can already tell.
It?
I can tell by his tone.
He didn't do it right.
He's a stalker.
He didn't do it right. Gosh, that's not what you're hoping for, though, huh?
He's probably liking pictures from 8 months ago at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Doing all kind of... That's your tell.
Yeah. Blew it, dude. Somebody also wrote up on the FML website, said, today I went to see my grandmother in the nursing home. She doesn't ever speak, so I thought I would bring my guitar just to fill the silence. As I began playing, she actually spoke. Stop! Make it stop!
That's amazing.
That is pretty... Wow, I don't know if you're excited that Grandma spoke or the fact you get the realization she hates your guitar playing.
It's definitely time to put the guitar away.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that sucks if you're your last moments and someone won't shut up with their guitar.
And you hate the guitar.
Yeah, not everyone likes the 6th string.
She might not like you.
And finally, somebody said, today I walked in on my parents who are in their late 50s having sex. The worst part is they were in my old room on my bed. I went and stayed at a motel.
Hey, it's their house. They're in their 50s. They're making it happen. My hat's off to you.
That's weird, though. If mom and dad get their jollies off of doing it in your old bed.
It's not necessarily the jollies. It could be a million different reasons. Maybe their room is messy. There's a bunch of things. If he's not staying there.
She was hanging curtains. Dad snuck up on her.
Yeah. If I'm there to stay for the night.
He wasn't living there, though, still, right?
No, I think it sounded like he was checking in for the night to go see mom and dad, and then he, swings open the door, and it's like, okay.
Oh, in my bed?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually just going to go get an Airbnb. I'm good. Got a couple people that text in their own FML situations here, just to maybe make you feel a little bit better about your own life. Somebody said, yeah, I had an FML situation. Yesterday, I started crying, put away my personal pleasure device, because it occurred to me how long it had been since I actually had the real thing.
Oh.
You know what, though? You're being safe. You don't have to worry about anything.
Tears can ruin an orgasm.
They really can't. That's tough.
Poor thing.
This is kind of odd. If you like video games, maybe you'll get this. It says, my boyfriend and I were playing a game of New Cowboy with me on top, and I was close to that final moment when the Mortal Kombat phrase, finish him, popped into my head. The weird look on my boyfriend's face let me know that I'd actually said it out loud. Finish him.
Yeah, finish him.
Okay. That's a video game thing.
Well, did you?
I believe she did, but I don't know. She kind of weirded him out too, I guess. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, all right, there we go. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, I thought this was an interesting little revelation. The most attractive Halloween costumes. What people actually find most attractive for Halloween. Because I know a lot of people are dressing sexy to try to get that attraction, but these costumes are not of the sexy variety. So if you think that's how people are most attracted to you for Halloween, by, dressing from the Tramp collection.
Yeah, the sexy nurse.
Yes.
Oh, she's my favorite.
That's not the kind that's doing it. What is the most attractive costumes? I'll let you know next.
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason? YouTube.com/KVJ show.
If they didn't poll me, I'd like a vote.
You're going sexy, huh? All the way.
It all depends, I think.
You looking to get polled this Halloween?
I'm not looking to get polled, no.
Well, maybe you can do both. I saw the one that they had done. They had like a sexy Carol Baskin and things like that. They do a sexy variety of everything, if that's even possible.
You can do sexy plumber.
You can do sexy ketchup bottle. They have everything sexy.
Yeah, but dating.com says funny is the way to go. They say the distant runners up were cute costumes and then scary costumes. If you're looking to hook on Halloween, that's the way to go. And they say the one to stay away from is political. They say that more than half of people say political costumes are the least attractive.
I've got a Trump mask and a Biden mask, Virginia.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, do you really?
Get those things away from me.
I just have the Trump mask.
Oh, okay.
It's just so polarizing.
I haven't seen. I bought the Trump mask, I think 4 years ago. I haven't been out to any costume places. I'm sure they have a Biden mask out there. They have to.
I still want to maybe finally execute the right way this idea we had done all the way back in 2000 when we messed up the whole presidential election with the hanging chads and the ballots here in Palm Beach County.
Sure.
And we had at the time, it was George W. Bush and Al Gore going against each other, and we had a mask of each, and our two interns were supposed to go out behind a live CNN shot and start fist fighting. And they couldn't find the CNN shot, and they're like, I don't know where they are. I'm like, well, they're right here in this spot. I'm trying to explain to these guys. And we're watching the TV, and there they are in the background.
On the phone with you.
With me, trying to tell me they can't figure out where the shot is.
You're on CNN. I can see you.
Yeah. Just like, oh, man. So we kind of blew it that year. But, maybe we'll get a live TV shot. I think there's going to be some political activity going on. I don't know if we'll get the dudes in the same place, same time, but they say that Trump, after the debate on Thursday, is going to be in town, probably staying at Mar-a-Lago, and then might be voting here on Friday morning somewhere.
Oh, that'll be very newsworthy.
Yes, it will. Absolutely. They're not sure where he might go, but there is a library across the street from his golf course in West Palm. That could be where he goes.
Okay, I didn't know that. So the president can vote.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they do go vote. Now, he's changed from where he voted in 2016 because he still was a resident of New York back in 2016, and he voted in Manhattan. And now he has changed his registration to Palm Beach County. So he's registered as a Republican here, so he's going to be voting in Palm Beach County, and they say he has not yet requested a mail ballot, so it looks like he's going to be doing it live and in person.
I mean, it's a photo op. It's a fantastic photo op.
Yeah, so they expect that's going to happen here in Palm Beach County on Friday. They're just trying to figure out exactly where, so it's going on.
Yeah, we should maybe try to get in that live shot. I'm sure Secret Service won't be there.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a really easy execution, especially during the pandemic.
All right, Bird. Kevin has given you your mission.
Just don't be shocked when I don't come through.
All you need is to find a live shot. Doesn't have to have the president in it, and you get somebody else in one mask and another person in the other in suits, and then you just duke it out behind a live shot. I think we could do it.
If you could get the president in your shot, that would be good.
Well, they would probably shoot you as soon as they saw you in a Trump mask.
I'm going on record now. I do not have a Biden mask. We would have to purchase that.
Okay. All right. Well, got a little bit of time. Thankfully, the whole thing is starting to wind down. But yeah, if you plan on doing that for Halloween, which is just a couple of days before the election, apparently it's not going to be well received. Unless you just want to go out and fight everybody. That might be.
Some people do.
Yeah.
They enjoy it.
If that is your thing, then there you go. All right, Burr, we got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here. I think it's going to be a dude podcast. Virginia's got to bolt and get home, so it's going to be you, myself, and anybody else that wants to join us.
Yeah, very testosterone driven.
No, it's less when you leave.
I know,
actually.
yeah. It'll be more clean.
Show.
It'll be, we'll talk about our feelings and all that kind of stuff.
Come on now, step it up.
Okay.
I'll be listening. I'll call in if you want.
Oh, please do.
Or get to that live on Facebook and YouTube. Jaybird, if you'd wrap up our Wednesday show here with your thought, my friend.
Where are you going? Never mind. I'll get to that later.
Rocco's sick.
Okay, Pink Lies.
Panda got to work,
Panda's got to go to work. I don't know what to tell you.
We don't have to agree on anything to be kind to one another.
Ah, so true. So true.
So true.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.